Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to prove to you why side opposition is the real team that stands for true gay rights and human rights in this debate. So let's look at the two major clashes that this debate has brought about. Firstly, the moral obligation of Disney, and secondly, the portrayal of gay characters in animation films. But let's firstly look at the moral obligation of Disney. But from the very start, side opposition came and gave us three reasons as to why Disney has a moral obligation to have a clearly gay protagonist. Firstly, due to the globalized position, power, and influence of children. Secondly, because in the past, Disney has made movies about social issues and hence has an obligation to do so now. And thirdly, because this is just one of the many platforms for advocating these gay views. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, on side opposition, we question the very motive that Disney has to create these kind of movies. Because we told you that by creating this movie, Disney is only going to result in a loss. And because Disney is a private entity, a loss of them is clearly detrimental, and hence they have no real motive to create a gay movie. But furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, we told you how there are much better platforms for doing so. We talked about things like education, and side opposition told us that this is simply one of the platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, the point that we're making on side opposition is that this is a bad platform, and this is a wrong platform. And this is not the platform which should be viewing gay people because of the extreme amount of generalizations and stereotypes of gay people that are often seen in these types of movies. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, they told us about the social issues that have been prevalent in Disney movies in the past. But we say, ladies and gentlemen, that these type of movies, things which involve social issues like race and feminism, have only been released recently, in the past decade. Whereas these core social values of race and feminism were problems of decades ago, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't actually see on side opposition, and we've told you this, about how these movies that were created in the past actually are linked to today's debate. Because in today, ladies and gentlemen, in modern day, gay rights is a very inflammatory issue with many heated debates across the issue. So we're actually creating a movie like this, an animation movie, which trivializes the issue because of its cartoon-like nature. We say, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrong platform to be doing so because it's only going to increase social stigma and increase social backlash. Now, on the second clash of portrayal of gay characters, the side opposition told us that they have portrayed social characters in the past as okay, and they told us that because of the many number of advertising campaigns and other ways in which these kind of protagonists will be portrayed, this is not an issue. Whereas on the side opposition, we very clearly analyze the nature of Disney movies right from its inception, where it's always been showing protagonists as exaggerations of what they actually represent, actually what they stand for. We gave you the cross example of heterosexual films, which is what Disney's been making until now, and how there have been clear amounts of exaggerations in these films, and how in homosexual films something similar will be seen. And given that kids are at their vulnerable stage in life, given that they're so young, they're being exploited here, ladies and gentlemen. They're being exploited by companies because they're being told that the entire LGBT community acts like this. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're asking you to do one simple thing. Vote for the side that stands for the true ideals of the gay community, and vote for the side that is the actual bastion of gay rights. Thank you.